So tonight we're going to be talking about some eclectic knives and some mainstream knives that we have in stock. And tonight we have joining us
Doug with Northern Knives.
You're with Avenue Cigars too.
Oh, I am with Avenue Cigars. You're right.
Yeah.
I'm Mike with Northern Knives.
And Avenue Cigars.
And Avenue Cigars on occasion.
I'm Lori with both. Not them, but Avenue Cigars. I'm
I'm Dakota. I am technically with something, but I'm the cancer on social media that posts this crap. And we are Northern Knives. Yeah, I know. Right.
So we have on the table the okay, you say Arktika, I say Arktika. I've never heard it pronounced.
Arktika.
I've never heard it pronounced. I've only read it, so I have no idea.
Mr. Medford is more than welcome to chime in and correct us on this one.
Because he's gonna know who the fuck we are.
Are they out of Medford or the last name Medford? Because there's a Medford, Oregon.
They're in Medford, Oregon, as far as I understand.
No, he's north of the Deer Valley Airport in Phoenix.
In Phoenix?
I used to live like a mile and a half away from Medford.
There is a story behind why he named it Medford Knife and Tool.
Because his last name is Medford.
Is it?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah. It is. You're confusing it with Criswell. Oh no, who was in? He's now in Creswell, Oregon, but he was in Medford, Oregon.
Okay. Yes.
But Medford is in. He's in the air park just north of Deer Valley Airport in Phoenix. On Deer Valley Airport is like it ranges from 19th Avenue over to I want to say Central. No. Yeah, from 19th Avenue over to Central, from Deer Valley to, I don't know, half a mile north of Deer Valley Road in Phoenix. I used to go to a bar at the end of, at the end of the, at the end of the airport, at the end of the runway, yeah. there's a bar called the Flight Line, which is not well, when I used to go, not a very nice bar.
Right.
I don't want to admit that I used to go to the Flight Line, but I've been to the Flight Line.
Right.
But in fact, more than one time, we used to. I heard tale that the illegal drags used to be held behind the air park out right near where Medford.
Okay.
Yeah, his last name is
I heard. I heard. I have no idea.
Greg Medford.
Is it Greg Medford?
Has it been 15 years?
No, it has not been 15 years.
Okay, you've heard many.
I heard talking about it all the time. But I lived close. I lived close enough to Medford that I would be outside, like swimming at night, and I would hear.
Not Medford, Oregon.
No, Medford, Knife and Tool.
Oh, okay.
But I could be outside swimming in the backyard at night, and I could hear the illegal drags. That's how close I used to live to Medford. Knife and Tool.
Now this shipping is better. For the 12 foot over,
you never went
to carry this knife.
You never went and saw the drag?
I never.
To witness it would not be illegal.
Every once in a while, I used to go because there's nothing I like more than watching some dude pop the hood on his mom's Accord and show me his short ram intake that he installed, so that he can quickly uninstall it and take his Accord back to his mom in the morning.
Right.
Look at how much extra knife there.
15 horsepower. Set it on the box.
Set it on the box.
At the wheels for sure.
At the wheels for sure. My butt dyno. Yeah.
But I used to sell a lot
That's
of.
a thing.
I used to sell a lot of highly modified cars, so I would basically go to the illegal drags to sell cars. So I'd just win, and they'd be like, "Well, it's for sale."
Yeah. There you go.
You would view.
I heard. I didn't really do it. It was an idea I had.
Somebody won.
Yeah, somebody won. It wasn't me.
It's like, that car's for sale.
I'm not racing.
Yeah,
this is illegal.
Anyway, back to the knife.
So
Medford Knife and Tool. This is all titanium, and that is bulky titanium. That's
quarter inch.
That's a fucking quarter inch.
Give or take.
we can put the mic on it, but that's pretty monstrous. I'm betting the blade's quarter inch. I'm betting this is just shy of.
Yeah, and then the blade's what, D2? It is D2,
Is it
yeah.
D2? Most of their stuff
D2.
is, D.
I haven't seen anything from them other than
3V,
D2.
that little, tiny little one is 3V.
Oh yeah, that's right. We have had
And
3V.
it's gone.
Praetorian Mini.
Yes.
Is that how you say that? Praetorian?
Praetorian, yeah. Praetorian.
I've only seen it written.
Praetorian.
If you're pretentious, you can say it however you want.
Praetorian.
Praetorian.
But this one's from Medford.
Medford, for sure.
Medford Knife and Tool. This is, how do you pronounce it again? Arktika?
Arktika?
Arktika.
I don't know.
So
I like Arktika, but I guess it's up to him. We could just ask. Next time I'm in Phoenix, I'll fucking cruise up and ask.
I actually did the research on this one. He named it after a Russian icebreaker.
So we have to get.
Well, that makes sense.
Nuclear-powered Russian icebreaker, and that's why I think it's a fitting tool. Because look at it; it looks.
It would definitely break some ice.
That is a Russian
monster.
icebreaker.
There's a giant goddamn
For when you don't have an ice
pocket
pick.
knife.
Oh, I mean, if you think about any of the mid-techs that we have in the shop and that we've had through the shop and tested out and stuff.
What is a mid-tech?
Mid-tech, it means it doesn't necessarily qualify to be a full custom, whereas like if you want to be in the Knife Makers Guild and a machine, that means
You push a couple
handwork.
buttons.
What's that?
You push a couple buttons.
You
on the
push a
machine,
couple buttons
and
in
then
the
you put
machine.
it together.
But if you want to be like in the Knife Makers Guild,
Sarcasm.
every surface on your knife has to be hand finished in some fashion. Even if you do use a machine at some times, you have to hand finish everything. So you can profile something out, but you have to hand finish, you know what I mean, every inch. But if you make something with a machine and it ships out without you touching that surface and it's a machine finished surface, that's technically a mid-tech.
Okay.
So that's why we offer customs and mid-techs.
Right.
Okay, makes sense.
And so I would assume. I mean, I don't. I know some people think mid-tech is an insulting term. I don't necessarily consider it.
I don't
as
think
long as
so.
if your tolerances are there and your quality is there, then that's all I'm worried about. So we also brought the opposite end of the spectrum. Well, not necessarily opposite because it's not quite as small or delicate. Is the Reeve, which is my voided warranty Reeve.
Which actually looks really cool.
It looks really good though.
Oh, the fact it has.
You know the maker side scale did not turn out quite like I wanted it to.
Still looks good.
Yeah.
But anyway, titanium scales, raindrop Damascus. I love that knife. I really, really love that knife. In fact,
You had raindrop pattern on the back for a while.
I did. I took it off today, actually.
This looks really nice.
But
actually, I like this. I like this better.
Yeah.
The raindrop pattern that you had on the back, I thought was just a little busy.
It was a little much. Well, and what I did is, anytime I ever work on, if there's any, because I practice on my own stuff, I would never risk ruining a customer's knife. So I take my own $700 knife and practice on it just in case I don't fuck it up. But I think that's probably, if we're talking customs and/or mid-techs, I think this is probably top end. That's probably middle of the range, and I would think the William Henry would be.
Wouldn't these be full customs? These are all hand engraved.
That is.
As far as I know, the William Henrys are full custom.
Custom,
if you see engraving, it's done by hand. If you see gold, it's real gold. If you see a gemstone, it's a real gemstone. There's nothing fake anywhere, and that's
rose gold.
Yeah, that's real rose gold.
You drop a tank on it.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
It didn't actually fall on it.
Yeah, real rose gold.
Yeah, that's the thing about William Henry's. If you see something, it is what you see. They don't fake anything.
No, and they are beautiful.
And they are smoother than shit.
Yeah.
For having Teflon washers.
Yeah. I mean, when's the last time you had anything with a Teflon washer that was that smooth?
No.
I don't know.
We had to refurb it. They made a set of kitchen knives, ZDP 189 cores, wave Damascus clad.
And they had like a fancy knife stand.
Yeah, they had a stand where
I
think it was 4. Anyway. But we refurbished a set of those for a friend, and God damn, those were impressive.
Yeah,
they're nice.
$5,000.
Yeah, it was $5,000 for the set.
Oh. Well, that's not the most expensive set of kitchen knives you've ever sold.
Yes.
Yeah, it is actually.
Really?